One more.
You mean you're ready? You've been doing this.
Which means I can go.
Yeah, and then I do this, but then you just keep going.
Choose your weapon and go.
Choose your weapon and go. Knife. What does it feel like to cut into yourself?
Gun. What does it feel like when you're at the bottom of a barrel?
Mousetrap. What does it feel like when you realize you're less than a rodent?
Handcuffs. What does it feel like when you are constantly running knowing you're innocent?
Taser. What does it feel like when the closest thing you get to excitement is electricity?
Rope. What does it feel like when you're constantly trying to hold your breath until you have to hold your breath indefinitely?
Humanity. What does it feel like when you hurt yourself with yourself?
Godliness. What does it feel like when you are constantly contradicting yourself, trying to preach to the choir?
And us. What does it feel like when there's nothing left but what we say?
What does it feel like when there's nothing left except what we do, but not for others, and not for ourselves either?
It feels like dying 1,000 times over.
It feels like being reborn 1,000 times only to fall into the trap of dying again.
It feels like someone putting salt in your coffee.
It feels like somebody putting salt in your wounds and wounding you again.
It feels like your mother telling you to wash the walls as if it would make our situation better.
It feels like your father telling you to be a man only because you weren't what he likes.
It feels like realizing after matric life isn't what you see on TV.
It feels like graduating with the promise but knowing you'd never make money.
That's truth right there.
It feels like buildings and sexual fantasies that hide a deeper burning.
It feels like putting skeletons in your closet while they still have your flesh on them.
It feels like choosing to talk to someone but never about what you need to talk about.
It feels like being with somebody trying to talk but the words are never there.
It feels like being somebody.
It feels like being nobody at the same time.
It feels like nothing.
And it feels like being everybody but being alone.
But we cannot drive the same road.
So we are constantly going to try and be on the yellow line, hoping we could overtake those that are on our side.
But we can barely overtake ourselves.
Because here the accelerators are broken, but we are moving and the brakes are not working.
Nice.
Because there is no car.
So we are clutching on to dear life.
Hoping that the clutch would be more than your wife.
So when we change gears, it's going to be idle. There's never movement.
Choosing to name your son after your father in an attempt to scrub him from it.
Choosing to take your mother's name, only trying to live off it. Mandela.
Choosing to scream heritage when it's the latest trend.
Choosing to scream heritage when people are constantly dying for being different.
Choosing to let other people teach you how to love yourself.
Choosing to let other people teach you how to hate yourself.
My weapon of choice will be nothing.
And my weapon of choice will be words.